Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? Hope everybody's having a very, very, very good day or night, whatever time it is that you're from. I just woke up not too long ago. My sleep schedule has been absolutely fried beyond oblivion this time. Uh, it always ends up like that for some reason. I don't know why. It just does. But I just decided just to get out of the house for a minute and come talk with you guys about some things. And yeah, there's all kinds of naps. I might have to move. I'm gonna end up walking. Just so they're not in my face constantly while I'm filming. But I know we all go through things. We all go through hard times in our life, you know? And I feel like, and that's just part of being a human, that's just part of coming here and having this experience, you know? We can sit around and let the bad times destroy us, and we can entropy down into this pit of despair and loneliness, or we can alchemize that and use it to, bring ourselves into a better place of understanding. We shouldn't let the bad times dictate the whole course of our life. And I was making a video on the way home from work the other day, or yesterday actually, at the time of filming yesterday. But I realized that the audio wasn't like recording. I was like, oh man, start all over. But what I was saying is like, it's easy to have an opinion on yourself or a way you used to think, or something that you used to do. Maybe you had a bad habit. Maybe I don't know, maybe you used to drink a lot. Maybe you used to hang around the wrong people. Maybe you used to, I don't know, whatever it may be, could be anything. The point I'm trying to make is like, we shouldn't sit around like beating ourselves up and judging ourselves, because when we judge ourselves, we're not, it's the ego. It's coming from ego, right? It's like the ego is judging us. I'll explain that in a more clear way. I'm gonna have to go sit in my car. The bugs are just so bad today. But it's like a whole cloud of gnats following me around. I have to sit in my car to film. I really would like to film outside. It's such a beautiful day, but I guess I got a little bit of it in nature, so that's good. But the point I'm trying to make is like, it's easy to judge ourselves, and it's even more easy to judge other people. But when you judge other people, like I said, you're doing that from a place of your ego. And the ego is like control, right? You want control. All it stems down to is control. Kind of like, my way or the highway kind of thing. So when you look at somebody and judge them, they will internalize that sometimes as like fact. It's like, oh man, this person's judging me. Oh man, I don't know. Maybe I'm a piece of crap, maybe. And then they sometimes will go and they will share that energy off into the world, and maybe they'll start to judge people just because you judge them. So it's just like this cascading domino effect of ego, and it only stops when you start like when you stop letting it control your life, I guess, you know. It only stops when you stop judging yourself and judging other people. Like, we are all here on this planet having this shared, giant, crazy experience together. I mean, you know, sometimes it's harder than it needs to be, but that's just part of the journey, you know? It's part of it. You have to grow and you have to learn a lesson from these things. So instead of judging yourself, and instead of, like, letting your ego beat you down and saying, no, you should have done this, you should have done that, you're so bad, you're such a piece of crap, I'm such a piece of crap, I shouldn't have said this, blah, 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 da-da-da-da-da, you know. Take it as a lesson. Take it, okay, what happened here? What do I have in this situation? How can I alchemize this and turn it into a positive thing? And how you do that is you be like, okay, what lesson can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? How can I learn to be a better person from this instead of continuing the cycle of despair, depression, hate, grudge, judgment? Instead of perpetuating that cycle, you can learn a lesson and you can grow from it. You can do your best and you can grow and try to learn all the lessons that you can from that situation. So don't get yourself down, you know? Don't beat yourself up for things. We all mess up sometimes, and nobody's perfect. And we're all just here to try to do the best we can. I mean, you know, until the game's over, you know? And I'm going to make the most of my character here. I'm going to make the most of my time. And I'm not going to let, you know, even my own ego and other people's egos judge me and try to put some sort of way that they should think I should live my life onto me. You know, I'm just going to be me. I'm just going to be Zach, and I'm just going to live my life and, you know, be my weird little self and go out into the world and do the best I can. I mean, I'm not perfect. I mess up sometimes, but we all do, like I said. But it's just a matter of if you're willing to learn from the lessons or not, or if you're just going to dig yourself into a deeper hole. And, you know, unfortunately, the deeper you dig yourself, the longer it's going to take you to climb out. And the more lessons you're going to have to incorporate. So pay attention, be very vigilant in your life. Don't look at things from a place of ego. Look at it from a place of, what can I do to grow from this situation? I sound like a broken record, but I'm hoping that the message is coming across at least. But, you know, I haven't been filming for a while, so it's hard to get back in the groove. You know, I've been wanting to make more videos, and I guess I'm finally getting around to it. But I don't know. Another interesting thing is, like, they talk about the Tao and, like, dissolution of the ego. And, you know, dissolution or dissolving doesn't necessarily mean it's, like, completely gone. It just means it's, like, changing its shape. You know, it's changing its, like, topology. So when you have sugar and you mix it in your coffee, you know, you don't have, like, assuming it dissolves well, it doesn't stay as a crystal. It dissolves into the liquid and becomes part of the liquid instead of being separate from the liquid, right? It dissolves into it and, like, binds in there, you know? So, and then the whole liquid will taste like that substance. It will taste sweet, you know? So the point I'm trying to make here is, like, if you dissolve your ego, you know, have ego dissolution, and you incorporate it into, I guess, the way of the Tao, you know, you can have a much more peaceful state of mind throughout life, and you won't always have to come at things from a place of, mind this, mind that. You need to do this or else. You know, you can just be peaceful and come at things from a much more level-headed point of view and a much more loving place. So that's kind of the point I'm trying to get at, is I think that's a place we should all strive to reach, is, you know, trying, not killing, you know, obviously people talk about ego death, but I think it's mainly ego dissolution. You know, it's not, you know, I would almost go as far as to say it's not necessarily fully death. It's just, it's a dissolving and it's an incorporating of it into your life. It's changing its form, you know, from a harsh, hard substance into a flowing liquid, you know? So think about it like that, you know? I don't know, I could talk about it all day, but I guess that's it for today's video. That's all I pretty much wanted to talk about. I'm just going to go off on endless tangents if I keep going. But anyway, with all that being said, I hope you guys have had a very, very, very good day or night, whatever time it is that you're from. And just stay safe out there, guys. And no matter what you're going through, just know that it's going to be okay. You know, everything's going to be all right. We're in this together. You know, nobody's fully alone in this. You know, we all share this planet. So we should make the most of it while we have it. But I love you guys. Peace out. Have a good one. I'll see you later.